finish what we started. Or start what we finished.
Cal, can you hear me?
It's getting real bad. There's all these people in the islands. If we don't go now, like, they could die. We gotta do something. You talk to the council. I'll go warn them.
We'll meet up again, right?
Why can't I find them?
Of course. I would never leave you behind.
It's just that
We said we'd be there for each other.
we left our friends
We
and
didn't leave our friends, luckily. We
It has to be this way.
we needed to part ways for just a little bit. But I promise.
are you okay being alone?
I'm gonna have to be.
It'll help you okay. We'll all be together again.
If anybody can do it, you can.
Now go. It all comes back around.
In the heart of the world of Nocturne lies Dustvale, a brutal sun-scorched desert ruled by corrupt chancellors and the shadowy emperor. In this unforgiving land of towering mesas and endless dunes, life is a gamble, especially when magic is real and vampires lurk in the shadows. A small band of adventurers is tasked with what seems to be a simple mission. But in Dustvale, nothing is ever really simple. As rebellion stirs, these heroes find themselves swept into a battle that spans the breadth of the desert and beyond. Meet Raja the Red, and prepare for epic confrontations in a world where outlaws clash with dark magic, and destiny is written in blood and sand. Created and GM'd by Brad Woto, Dustvale is the first installment of the Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition homebrew Nocturne trilogy, and is now finally here for the first time in podcast form. All aboard now. Train's leaving.
I rolled a 99. Doubles. That's the worst roll you can make outside of 100. I'm PB, a resident GM here at Tablestory, and no matter when you're watching this, because it could be the beginning, the middle, or the end of the show, I hope you're enjoying it. For more stories in this world, or others, I invite you to discover our ever-expanding library at tablestory.tv, or YouTube at Tablestory, or Twitch at Tablestory. We have over 70 different shows in various genres: sci-fi, fantasy, Edwardian love, romance, and so many more. There are podcast versions of nearly every show available as well. Anywhere you find podcasts, that's Spotify, Apple, Audible, Castbox, and more. You can listen to the shows while you work, or while you're not working, or while you're working out, or while you're avoiding working out. And if you love Tablestory like we do, one of the best ways you can support us is by sharing us with a friend. You can also become a Storian supporter here on Tablestory and gain access to additional bonus content, like Green Rooms, where the GM and cast chat about the episode after it airs, or Session Zeros, which happen before episode 1 ever airs, ad-free versions of the podcast, discounts on merch, and more. Did I mention we have merch? It's It's very good, and it's another way you can support us here at Table Story. I also invite you to our Discord server if you're looking for a group to play with, to chat with the cast and crew, or to theorize about the most recent episode of your favorite show, or to simply say hello. You can do so at tablestory.tv/Discord. Your support doesn't just keep the lights on. It fuels the magic here at Table Story. The song that you can't get out of your head from yesterday's episode, the incredible character art, the custom world maps, all of it. So if you've enjoyed even a second of what you've seen here today, please consider tossing a coin in our virtual hat. Every little bit helps. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Deathless is an improvised cinematic narrative with live production, including music and dialogue. There is no script. This story contains violence, disturbing imagery, adult themes, and a darkness which may leave you doubting who you are. Proceed at your own risk.
Shake me awake, rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Shake, shake, shake me awake, rip me from slumber and fight for me, fight for me. Ache, ache, ache for me, babe. Shout from the depths that you want me to stay. Fight for me, fight for me, fight. I want you to fight for me. Stand up for the things you can't stand to lose, despite what my heart can't feel.
So sorry. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the dawn of the third day. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Moog, when we last left you, you were prying information quite gently and quite subtly out of Gunnar and everyone else. And you really were astute with your observations and definitely didn't mess up any details whatsoever. And I would say you were correct. But what you've forgotten, my dear friends, is that Esteban had a meltdown. I don't know what that's about. It could have been about anything. Maybe he killed a man. Maybe he didn't. You'd have to go back to the last episode to watch it. And then we all went to bed. So here's how it all went down. Gunnar passed out on the couch. I passed out on my wonderful recline. Cora's, it doesn't matter. Cora's probably not too far behind. Stalker is standing silently staring at us from the shadows. Esteban went wherever Esteban went. And Constantine got the bed, of course. And now we're all waking up. In record time, too, I might add. I don't know why you all take so long doing this. This is quick.
Who wakes up first?
Perhaps because you left me floating in the ether. There's no need for all the details. We will remember this for next time.
Exactly. Now you're getting it.
I will wake up first. I am concerned about Esteban and how he's doing. So I'm going to wake up and then sneak around the apartment silently and see if, not sneak as silently as Stalker would, but I'm just going to take a little peek in on Esteban and see what's up. Is he still sleeping?
Esteban?
Yeah, I'm trying to think where the heck I would be. Because the first night I slept on the floor in the kitchen. I don't know, I probably would have just gone where anyone else had told me to go after what happened yesterday. Let's say there's some blankets on the floor in the kitchen, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I peek in and I'm looking at you.
I'm
Not creepily, I suppose.
I'm
Maybe.
probably still asleep.
Yeah. Then I'll go out and open the balcony and go out and take some dusk air. Is it dusk? Twilight. Twilight air?
Yeah, it's about
Yeah.
6 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's August, though, so it's probably not the sunset until like 9 p.m.
Oh, okay. Then I do not go outside and bathe myself in the light of the sun.
In my brain, if the sun isn't fucking up and visible, you're good. It's probably not
Okay.
the most comfortable experience for you, but you're not going to fucking erupt unless the sun actually touches your skin.
Okay. All right. Yep. That's me then.
Who else is awake?
I'm passed out on the recliner, completely out and just snoring, probably. Or whatever vampires do, snore. Just not graceful, not pretty, just all out.
Not graceful. I find that very interesting. What would be graceful sleep according to Moog?
It would probably be mouth closed, proper, laying on your back or side, and maybe your eyes flutter a little bit from a dream. There's certainly no drool or any liquids whatsoever. Just proper sleep.
So, but you have drool and liquids? Is that what we're...
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And one
love it.
leg is draped over
Yeah.
the armrest, and yes, it looks
You've just ragdolled on wherever
Yes.
it is that you are. Yeah. Okay.
exactly. If you were to walk by, you'd say that's not comfortable. There's no way. But it is.
All right.
I found a little niche in there.
Like a dog or a cat when they just lay and you're like, how the hell are you comfortable?
Yes,
Yep. All right.
exactly.
Okay. Fantastic. I love this.
You're splooting. That's what that's called, I think, isn't it?
I don't know. But I'm going to use that
And
from
dogs,
now on.
they sploot? No,
Is that what that's
not a
called?
thing.
Sure. Is that what you call it?
I'm
that what it's
Legs are
called?
sticking out.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
when their
okay.
back legs are,
Okay.
are sticking
I
out.
just looked at
that's
Acorn, who was
funny.
like nodding, like, yes, that is a thing, and I was like, yep, okay,
Yes.
then I trust
Alright.
that's a thing. I just don't know,
Splooting.
that it's a thing. All right.
It's lying in a spread-eagled prone posture.
100%. That's
Yep.
what it is.
All right,
Wikipedia page for it and everything. Ha 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 ha.
I will wake up next.
Okay.
And not make a joke. I think that I am laying under the couch. It's
Yep. Full
And
on
have
under the couch
you-
coffin.
who here has seen the Next Generation Star Trek? You know who Geordie LaForge is and how he rolls underneath the closing doors of the engineering room every episode? That is how I leave the couch.
People who have no idea what you're talking about rapidly Googling right now. For that.
I silently roll out from the couch and stand straight backed and observe the room.
You would see me laying on the couch. I'm still sleeping, but I'm not curled up like I was the last night. I'm kind of more sprawled out or straight. I like to picture that I'm laying on my back on the couch, and obviously maybe my feet are hanging over the side because I'm probably longer
Yeah, longer
than
than
what
a
I
couch.
can lay there. But I want to say that Hansel's on my chest,
Yes.
and he's I still have this shirt of like blood and pieces of that tongue, and maybe he's like playing around with whatever little specks of whatever's left on my shirt, or he could be sleeping as well. But I think he's.
I'm sure that he is actually. Oh wait, you want him to be awake?
No, he could be sleeping on my chest because maybe I rolled over on him or something.
Perfect. I have a question for you, Gunnar. How do you feel after knowing that or do you know what was shared with Esteban last night?
I think I've been kind of putting it together over the past maybe few hours when we're talking about this, that we all are very connected. We come out of the crypt together, and maybe what Esteban saw and how he related to what I saw just kind of affirmed that for me, enabling me to get an actual good night's sleep and rest, and maybe this weight off my shoulders, where I was able to finally have a deep sleep, I think.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering if that's kind of why you were a little bit more laid out on the couch this time. Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you do when you wiggle out from under or roll out from under the couch, Stalker?
Nothing. I just walk around the room and...
Sorry, what was that?
I was making a split-second decision. I was thinking about doing something, and then I decided not to. So...
You were going to talk to that lady in the spirit realm again, weren't you?
No. I do nothing. I walk around the room and I stare at everyone silently, awaiting them.
Well, I'm awake.
Yeah.
Well, did you didn't go out on the balcony, or you did?
I did, yeah.
He did, yeah. He's out on the balcony as the sun kind of goes down. Or is low in the sky.
I stay inside.
I guess I'd be the last one to wake up. I think I slept in the library office room. There's probably another chair in there. So I emerge and come into the living room, see what everyone's up to.
I peek my head in from the balcony. Guten Morgen.
Good morning.
Did you sleep like a princess?
Maybe like the princess and the pea. Chair wasn't too comfortable.
I've been meaning to ask you about that pea.
I'm sorry?
Another time, though.
I am not familiar with the kingdom of P.
It is a fairy tale. A princess is only a princess if she can feel the discomfort that comes from having a pea under many mattresses. Or something. Anyway. Is Esteban, have you woken up yet?
No, but I'm about to. Unless you guys want to talk about something first. No pressure, but I just didn't want to interrupt. But I'm about to get up.
I'm waiting for you to get up, so.
All right. I think I wake up on the floor in the kitchen. I assume I have been tucked in some manner. I don't think I've really moved much. My eyes open up and I feel relieved to see the inside of the house and not any of the faces or things I saw over the course of the half a second of 800 years that I had experienced previously. So I think I pull my hand in front of my face and I look at it, and then I get to my feet, and I think I slowly walk into the living room, but then I kind of just don't look at anyone, and I walk into the bathroom, and I close the door. I assume there's still the alphabet on the walls with all the bile and the tongue bits from previously. And I'd like to go over to the sink and look in the mirror. So I'm going to roll. And that's what I'm going to do right now.
Okay, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Just so everyone's ready, I'm about to roll.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I will say, though, that your previous roll was a 99. I don't know if you really feel rested, if you're okay with that. I feel like with that 99, I don't know if you slept much at all, so I think you probably have...
I think I may not have been restful, but when I was in the coffin, you know, I have a way to at least feel safer, even if I'm not resting, sort of. But yeah, I'm cool with not being rested, obviously.
Yeah, I was going to give you a point of oblivion to carry over from the 99 that happened last night.
Okay, and I'm just looking in the mirror. I'm not just my eyes, so... what am I rolling with any difficulty here for what I'm doing? I will add 5. I'm looking in the mirror to see if it's still fucked up.
Yeah, I would just do normal. You can just do your normal eyes if you're not doing anything special.
No, I'm not doing anything special. I'm too just up. And is there a difficulty?
Nope. Let's just do 50-50.
Okay, plus, but minus 5 for the oblivion.
Yep.
Okay.
So 45.
11. This is
Holy
how
shit.
it balances out.
Oh my god. A 99 and an 11.
Well.
The swing.
I have to interpret this.
Mm-hmm.
Because we allowed the 99 to still be a success, but it's just obviously so overwhelming that it was very heavy for you. But I think the way that I would interpret this, and you're welcome to come in and interpret it in a different way, but the way that I would interpret this is that you don't have any identity issues from this. Like, you're looking in the mirror, you've rolled an 11. I think you see there's no kind of like bleed over from his memory from that 99. You're going to still carry it, but...
No, because I was trying to see myself because I haven't been able to.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, is that you will see yourself. You don't have any identity problems, so it's not going to be blurry.
Blurriness.
Yeah, it's not going to be blurry. You're not going to have, because it was possible that you would see Gunner's reflection there too if you had failed spectacularly enough. So yeah, the answer to that question is that you do see yourself for sure. And this is the first time you've seen your own reflection in how long? Just so we all know.
Doing the math, 280 years, about 279 years.
What's your reaction?
I'm pretty messed up still, and I went in there for a reason. Maybe I didn't think it was gonna work. Maybe it's just like I didn't sleep, and experiencing that much time as someone else, even if it was just not really doing much, will get that confusion going. And it was really just, I think, kind of a like a check to what you said. Am I still the person that I think I am? Am I still holding on to myself? Or I just look in the mirror, and it's a shock, but I don't think I flinch, because I already was thinking, we can do things we can't do here, but in other places. And I just look, and luckily I may look a little tired, but I don't think I've aged too much in the 280 years, so it's not too... It's a face I haven't seen for a very long time, but it is still very familiar. As it was the last one I saw. And I just stare. Say, hola, mi amigo. It's good to see you again. I will be back. And then I leave the bathroom and go into the living room.
I think at that point I'm just getting up and I'll sort of like come to a seating position, and I'm still seeing these faces in my mind. My Hansel goes back into my coat. And I'm kind of like wringing out my arm with the tattoos. Still kind of a little fucked up from yesterday or last night. And I think as you enter the living room, I'll like give you a little look.
I'm gonna sit down on the couch next to Gunnar.
Sorry, I am standing right behind the couch, just straight up. I'm so sorry, that's just where I am.
I'll also go look up behind me like and give you a little look, stalker.
Good morning.
I just nod at anyone who looks or says something to me, and I sit down.
Well, now that we are all awake, I think we have some talking to do. Quite a lot happened yesterday.
Dragan Thaddeus. That is the name of the man, the second one who has put these marks on your arm, Gunnar. And it is the name of the man I had killed. I believe it was in 1778 or so, give or take a few years. I had the good reason to believe he was in fact my sire, the one who had been subjecting me to a routine amount of suffering ever since I was turned by him. I could not remember the night it happened. It was a blur to me. So when I believed him to be the one, I had found out where he lives, who works for him, who he works for, all of these things. And then I took his tongue with a spell, I shriveled it in his mouth, because he was a poet and a singer. And he did not want to... I just needed to take back from him as he has been taking from me. But you see, this was not enough. So a few years later, I traveled all the way to Germany. I sailed down the Danube, and I came to him in your city of Berlin, where I killed him in his home. Not before he saw all of his possessions burning to the ground.
And what year was this?
This was perhaps 1778.
I turned to Constantine. Were you in Berlin at that time?
Yes. I never left Berlin until I was here. But 1778. When? In 1778?
Sorry, it's hard to recall at this point, but my memory's a bit jumbled right now after last night, but I dragged him out onto the street so he could watch, and I killed him in front of his home, if I'm getting it right. I do
His
not
home.
remember what time of year. See. And as it turns out, I was embarrassingly, I was tricked. I do not believe he was my sire. As it goes in my clan, I had permission to do this. You cannot just go around to kill someone who is important like he was without permission. So I got permission to kill my sire.
What did he look like?
A handsome man, strong jaw. He had a shock of white in his hair, short hair.
A shock of white.
See,
What was he like?
I don't remember. It doesn't matter to me what he was like. Nice poems, but fortunately he was a victim here too. But it seems as not if he was not as innocent as it appeared. I only came to this realization he was the wrong man around 20 years later. And they waited that long before they pulled me from what was to be one of the best days of my life, dragged me into my gallery, and in front of my paintings informed me that I had killed this man. The last thing that was said to me as I protested before they staked me was, "You had permission to kill your sire, not Dragan Thaddeus." And then it was black. And then it was you.
I look very serious as you tell this story. When, in 1778, did you kill him?
I think it was late in the year. It was starting to get cold.
It cannot be. He was handsome.
See, very.
Silvering hair.
See, very
What was his
popular.
name?
Dragan. The dragon, as they say. Thaddeus.
And he was a poet.
See.
I kind of stumble over to a chair and slide down into it.
Is this name familiar to you as well?
I never knew his name. He didn't tell it to me.
So you know this man?
The chances are absurd. But we are all, each of us, connected to each other in ways that we do not know. That's why we are chosen for those coffins. It cannot be coincidence. I believe you killed my sire.
Seems my aim was off by a little bit.
Who told you that he was your sire? Where did you get that information?
When I was sired, I had woken up in another country, in another city, by myself, with one person sitting there, a woman with dark hair. I was the only person around. I was confused. I was starving. I did not know why. And she let me drink from her arm. I didn't know what I was doing, but I knew what I was doing. And that was the last I saw of her for nearly 40 years. I had come to believe she was not my sire, but a ghoul, a servant that I believe had been sent by my sire. Then there was a time many, many decades later when I saw this woman again. It is not someone you would forget. She was in the company of this dragon Thaddeus, traveling away with her. I assumed it was his servant. So when I saw the man, I had people identify who this was, and the trail led to him. I did more research, and there was... The more I think of it now, the more clearly I have been tricked again, but I can only assume my sire.
Do you have any idea how many years I've spent wondering if I would ever see him again? And he was gone before the year ended. A breath after he took my life. I loved him. And I did not even know him. He found me in grief, loss. The man I loved more than anything died of a simple illness. Something that could be cured today in an afternoon. And he found me in this grief and longing, and he locked me away in it. Gave me a chance to find what was beautiful about living. Which is a bit ironic. If it is the same man, which, well, if we'd had this conversation a week ago, before all of this strangeness, I would not have believed, but we are entwined, all of us.
It is strange, though. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
It is strange. Your sire was doing this to Gunnar while he was in his coffin every 100 years. And then someone had tricked me to get me to kill him. I could only assume my sire, but it could be perhaps anyone who was an enemy of him and knew of me. The other two, I did not recognize the other two, right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
You'd have to know more than I would. I'm so sorry.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I don't think you did either.
Okay.
other than like through his memory of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and one of these. Oh no, not this one again. Yeah.
I'll turn to Esteban in my seat. Don't forget, brother. Those aren't the only faces you saw. If it is someone's sire in this room causing this, how many of us know who our sires are? Could they be those other faces? Now, shoot Constantine a look.
Princess, do you know who your sire was?
PB, would I have seen his face?
I don't think so. I think before we had established that you didn't when I asked you. So that's what I've been going with. If you want to try right now, you can try to recall something if you'd like.
Sure. Yeah, I'll roll for it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your mental stat. It's going to be pretty difficult. We're going to give it a 30 difficulty.
Okay.
But I think for you to... Okay, that works.
Yep.
No, you don't. It's just that... just a shadowy figure.
Okay. Yeah. When Constantine asks this, I frown and shake my head. No, I never got a clear look. He was always in shadow.
And you, Stalker?
What were the circumstances? Where were you when the last you remember, Cora?
I was at a carnival, a festival.
I was at a very large gala myself.
That fact has haunted me ever since. How a predator like him could have hunted me and taken me from such a busy, loud, bright place.
It is amazing what people will not do when they see something horrible. You shouldn't blame yourself.
No, I blame him.
Stalker, you?
I am aware of who my sire is.
You are aware, but you do not know them?
I know them.
We need to get back to the place we're from. These powers that put us here know us, made us. Are we weapons? If they can travel, so can we. So how do we find them?
What if we don't have all of what we need? Fen,
Darling,
he's not here. What if we're missing a piece?
I think the key. I haven't quite worked it out, but I think the key is something to do with pockets. There's something strange about this apartment. It's remained when everything else about the city has changed. I believe the crypt might be another one of those places. Possibly the Lucky Rabbit. I think wherever time, space, whatever it is, has been ripped open, those are the places where I think travel is possible, or we can find the things that will allow for travel.
I know you don't want me to say this. Mein kleine Prinzessin. Aber I think we need to do magic. That is what this world asks of us. That is what it wants us to do. I can feel it. Can you not? Under your skin, an itch. Sparkling.
I can. This world has different kinds of magic. Kinds I've never experienced before, never witnessed or touched before. It's like going to a place you've never been and hearing a language you've never heard and trying to understand and straining your ears, seeking the meaning, but being confused.
And everyone is asking you to understand them.
Yes.
I think it is a hunger. And we feed. So, I look around at everyone. Where do we learn?
Is Mook still sleeping, Greg?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
And it's a big spectacle of a thing. There's snores, he's scratching his stomach, and I've not woken up.
I take out Hansel. I have him in my hand. Go wake him up. And I let him down on the floor.
100%. Bitch is holding your nostrils closed. Not that you need to breathe, but you know, hopefully it's uncomfortable enough.
I shoo it away. It takes a moment or two as I shoo it, and I'm like, 5 more minutes, please, please.
No. It insists.
Pulse rate. I just
I
no
can't
more.
Wait
please.
until you open your eyes, and there's just this huge owl eye staring at you.
Hansel. There. Thank you. I open my hands up for Hansel to go and walk into, and I carefully cradle him back to Gunnar.
Oh.
Wonderful alarm clock. Definitely the first thing I want to see when I open up my eyes after a good morning's rest. Oh, thank you. What are you all looking at? Why are you all looking at me like that?
Drool, just like sorry, crusted down his face.
I stand up and put my jacket on.
Who died?
Who didn't?
That's a fair question.
We need to go. We need to get back into this crypt, see?
Yes, the crypt. So then we could go back to where we're from and then potentially reunite you with your friend, Fen. Yes?
Yes, that is the plan.
Because we need the pocket dimension to get to.
Coffin as well. But the last time we were there, we could not get in. So how did you get in the first time? What do we need?
That's the part that is unclear. The first time, there was a clear opening. There was an entrance. And an image on the wall, a carving that indicated the things that should be sacrificed. After 3 sacrifices, we were admitted. The thing is, even though it visually looks like the same graveyard, it feels different. My magic is not there. Everything that signified it as the place that I was caretaking, it's gone. I don't know if that means an entrance still lies there, or if the entrance is just in a different location.
Well, you're clever and powerful. Can't you just make a door?
The only way we've traveled is while inside of a pocket. If a door could be made, I think it would have to be made inside of such a pocket. But what I don't know is if there can be many doors in one place, or if pockets have only one.
I find that it is impossible to know everything about what you are going to do. The only way you can learn is by doing it.
That's what we're doing.
So, I stand up also. What do we need?
I think we need supplies, information, whatever we can gather. You all have seen more of this new New Orleans than I have. Have you found or heard of any place that would provide those things?
See, when Constantine and I were out, there was a man, I think I have mentioned this before, with a magic fiddle. He said he purchased it at a store. He told me where it is. Ever since he has it, his music is better. The people pay him more money. More people come to see him.
Well, if we're seeking to do magic, I think a magic music shop could be a good place to start.
All right.
Jawohl.
He's off we go.
Allons-y.
All right.
Before we go though,
Yep.
I'm going to try and pull Esteban aside very quietly.
Yes. Moog.
Your sire. Brown hair. Smell of gardenia, perhaps?
I do not remember my sire.
Long dark hair, you said.
The one who I was there when I woke up.
Oh yes, that one.
A short black hair, short dark hair.
Smell.
I don't remember if I said there was a smell.
Oh, you did not say, but I'm asking you if you remember.
No, I don't remember if I ever.
All right.
Yeah.
Never mind. On we go. Must have been a dream.
You said long hair, see?
Did I? Short, long, bald.
What color eyes?
What color eyes? You know, I don't think I mentioned.
Too, if you think this is someone, what color were their eyes?
I don't remember. It seems our memories both have a gap in them.
Let's see.
Narrator, my dear friend, I would like to try to roll to see if I can remember a bit more detail.
Go ahead. Difficulty 30. Same for you, Esteban.
Of what? Remembering my sire?
Of whoever
Of
you
what
were
he's-
speaking about.
Oh, it's working. Okay, yeah.
Oh, 61 failure.
Roll a 61, Esteban. I dare you.
Sure. 3.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God. Shit.
So this is the
Why do
person
I do this?
Why would
Okay.
you do? I wasn't even trying.
I know you weren't, but I like
Yeah.
to offer it in case crazy shit like this happens.
This is the person I woke up to, right? That's what he was asking me about.
I sent you a DM to clarify.
Yeah, that's
okay.
it. Yep. He was asking about the smell.
I'm asking you a question as to how your shit works. You rolled a 3, so I can give you this if you want. I have no idea how he did this,
Okay.
but yes.
All right. So I guess we should go.
Yes. After you, good sir.
Gardenia, you say?
Yes. Common around these parts. Bit old, though.
Maybe a bit familiar to me.
Maybe. If you smell it, let me know, yeah? Or if you remember smelling it. Either or.
See, do you know why do you ask?
Just curious. Trying to make friends. Trying to find a common denominator
Well, you see,
amongst
this is
strangers.
a very specific smell. Who do you know that smells of gardenias?
An old hookup.
Well, I'll let you know then.
Thank you.
If you do not wish to tell me, this is I cannot. My
Fucking
memory is
look of
very
disdain
fuzzy.
on Esteban's face. Oh, okay. Sorry, I enjoyed the hell out of that.
Terrified to roll again.
Yeah, no kidding after that. Okay, so we are traveling. Sorry, go ahead, Acorn.
He rolled a 3 and we're not going to know what happened?
I know. Well, I gave him the information.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
As we're going to leave, I kind of like wave over Stalker, like,
Come on. Stop standing there. Come on.
Get in, bitch. We're going shopping.
We have to get Stalker
I
a weighted
disappeared.
blanket. Yeah.
Not into another layer, I hope.
I take out my knife. I cut open a door and I open a door to the shop. Not really.
Yeah, I
It'd be great.
assumed. I assumed. Okay.
It's 2 blocks away.
It's a little bit further than that, but that's okay. You guys can navigate over there. Is that you're going to the directions that the drunk person gave you, right?
Yeah.
It was the fiddler,
Yep,
right?
the fiddler.
Yeah.
Yep, the fiddler got this fancy
Is
fiddle.
this on the other side of the Hex and Hound? Because we went when we were going, it's in the other.
You
Can
do.
we go
You
around?
do have to pass the Hex and
Can we
Hound, but
make
you
a-
can
can
go
we make
around.
a-
You don't
yeah,
have to go
yeah.
down Bourbon Street. I mean, hell, you guys could also grab a cab, or you know, you don't have to. You don't have to
Someone
walk
would
all that
tell us
way.
about a cab, sure.
Yeah. Well, you.
We're being environmentally friendly.
Yeah.
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 We're conscious.
It's
Yeah.
It's
I think
1995
if
when
we
people
walk,
still believed in it.
I think we purposely avoid the bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so you're gonna head in that direction. Everybody roll for me as you approach this building.
What difficulty?
We're gonna go for 30.
Just our magic stat.
Yes, whatever your magic
83.
stat is.
There it is.
Failure for me. 57.
Failure.
I'm sorry, what was the difficulty? 30?
Yep.
There
Yep.
you go.
Ooh, Stalker. Oh!
Whoa.
Stalker and Gunner.
Oh shit.
Is that my 22? Oh, that's
Yep.
fine. favorite number.
Ooh.
83, 57, 64, 78. And then 26 and 22.
That 22.
It's
is
enough for him to bumble us along.
pretty damn good. Okay. Who failed first? Let's get that.
I got an 83.
I got a 78.
And then the 64 is
Cora.
Okay, so in order. All right.
Moog also failed.
Oh, I got a 57 as well.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. So for those of you that failed, you are walking up to what looks to be kind of a touristy magic shop. There are, crystals in the window. There's probably a tarot deck or two. It doesn't really seem like this shop would be what you are looking for, at least on the outset. And it absolutely, I guess in the way that you innately feel the magic around you, you feel nothing from this shop. However, Stalker and Gunner, more specifically Gunner than Stalker. Stalker, you can tell there's real magic in here somewhere. Gunner, I don't know how you know this, so I'll leave this up to you to interpret. But things are not what they seem here, and everything has a double meaning. And you must be very careful when you're in here. Don't touch it unless you want to buy it.
Who is standing closest to me as we approach?
Me.
I enjoyed that immensely.
No, I think this is perfect because Stalker and Gunner have like this bro relationship, I think, since the start of the show. Since we started
definitely
fighting right out of
just
the crypt.
bros, everyone. We're definitely just bros. We live together. We're roommates
Seen what's
for 4
under the
years.
robes. I'll like lean into him if he's close by and be careful here, brother. Do not touch anything. Things may not be as they seem.
And the rest of you just see a sign for Sunny Souvenirs and Spellworks. And it looks cheesy as all hell.
I hope they have novelty lighters.
I'm sure you can get all kinds of kitschy things you seem to like so much. I look them up and down.
What are you looking at me like that for? This is fashionable, I will have you know. And I flap my large leather jacket. Everyone loves it.
I'm so sorry. It just walloped me in the head how much Moog is just like season 5 season 5. Oh no,
You
why
can do it.
Spike from Buffy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Literally
100%.
just-
The cult,
literally
the fives, everything.
The later seasons,
It's not
of-
allowed. It should be illegal.
He's all petulant
Fire
and like
him.
whiny, and I know it's crazy. Yeah, so good.
Oh, God. Okay.
We have to get you a mug that says "Kiss the Cook" and you can drink blood out of it.
It's perfect. All right. So, just so that I'm clear, Gunnar, you warned Stalker. Did you make a point to warn anyone else? Or just lean in? It's fine that you didn't. That's totally cool. Okay. You only warned Stalker outright. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
The only other guy that could feel something from there, I believe, according to the
But you don't know
rules.
that, to be fair. So, yeah.
Not even Constantine, from which you shared many a tub
Well, but
scenes with.
to be fair, he doesn't know that Constantine doesn't know it, you know?
That's true. That's very
Yeah.
true.
Okay, so the bell, as you guys walk in, you guys are going in, right? I assume everybody's going in? All right. So the bell above the door is going to chime. It's like a wind chime. And the air kind of smells faintly of old parchment and lavender smoke, like maybe incense. The shelves kind of sag beneath jars of a collection of weird shit, like obviously fake taxidermy and stuff like that. There's like nothing in here that looks real to any of you. It just looks like weird souvenir witchy stuff that you might buy in New Orleans because that's kind of the rumor and the tradition down there. But none of it looks like you might see a grimoire or whatever, and it's just this ridiculous book, but there's nothing real in here. And there is a woman behind the counter. She has long dark hair, and she has a little bit of a glint in her eye and a very, very wide smile. And she greets you when you come in. Well, hi. How can I help you?
Hello. I step up and
Why,
get.
hello.
How are you today, dear?
I'm excellent. And you?
I'm wonderful. My friends and I are here because I snap because I have forgotten why we're here. We need things for a thing. And I wink at her. Catch my drift?
Things for a thing? Like
Yes.
what?
Ingredients for for an open house that we're hoping to attend.
An open house? You need like sage? Are you with?
I look at Cora to see if this is ringing a bell.
I am standing just inside the door. The door might actually still be open and leaning against me. I seem to be paralyzed.
Would you excuse me a moment, my dear? My friend seemed to have forgotten how to use doors or lost the memory of walking. I will return. Have you met my friend Esteban over here? And I reach for Esteban. Where are you?
Do you want me to talk to this person now? I mean, do you want me to talk to this person right now, or do you want to go see what's happening with Cora before I go at this helper?
I'm going to go see it, what's going on with Cora, but if you would like to discuss things with her, then please.
Before you leave, I say, we need to do a magic spell, a serious one, and we need help figuring out what we need to do this.
Well, aren't you delicious? What kind of spell?
Well, the one who kind of come in the doorway will probably know more than I will in this case.
You're invited. Come on in.
Does that do anything?
Remind me of what the text says exactly on this fucking thing that you have. Oh, okay. I cannot believe So to be fair, I just need you to know that I wrote this description for the shop before I knew that had happened to you, and I forgot about it. And so this is a fun way to discover this. So if you don't move when I say you're invited, well, that's mighty interesting. And I reach over and I think I touch the wall a little bit, and the bell chimes again. Does anything
when
happen?
she goes to touch the wall, I'm gonna grab her arm before she does.
Oh,
I don't know what she's doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Pardon. I do not mean to scare you or anything, but what are you doing?
You're gonna need to roll to see if you actually make.
Okay.
You can touch this individual.
Oh,
don't touch it unless you're ready to buy it.
I mean, she
For real.
sounds cute. Okay.
Okay. Roll
body?
difficulty.
'Cause I'm just
body
grabbing her.
difficulty 30. Yep.
Okay. 43.
You go to reach for her arm, but for some reason you miss. And it's not that you weren't grabbing for the arm. It's more like that arm is not where you thought it was. Like
So
that.
it's not like I go through it.
It's not like you go through it. It's more just more like it's just a moment of like, wait a fucking second. I was reaching for
She
where
was
I
off.
thought the
Yeah.
arm was,
Okay.
but the arm's not there. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
But hold
like a
on.
weird
Duna, what are
moment
you
of-
doing?
I'm letting your friend in, I think.
All right. But I do not know what you're doing. This is a magic shop, so I was a bit worried.
Well, I'm doing magic, honey. Okay.
People get a bit nervous around this. My apologies.
I can see that. You got reason to be nervous?
I do not. But people get nervous.
Around you?
See?
And why is that?
Well, maybe you'll find out, but let's hope not.
Fun. I like fun. The bell does not do anything. So after a moment of that not happening, then I think that, Cora, you feel the being released from this paralysis, but it wasn't the bell going off a second time. Do you want to tell the chat what has happened? Like what one of your entanglements was, or would you like to leave it?
It's pretty obvious.
It's
one
so
of the
good.
random entanglements that I rolled for is bells paralyze you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I totally forgot. So, yep.
This
right.
song.
Do I observe this
released, yeah.
behavior? Do I observe this behavior? We all see this happen.
well,
Well, I mean,
attention to
yeah,
it,
yeah, Moog
Yeah.
drew attention
Attention
to
was
it.
brought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, the shopkeep is like, you're invited, and then that doesn't work. So, yeah, unless
Yeah.
you're somewhere else in your mind, I guess, then
I'm gonna
it'd be
point-
fine. Yeah.
I think I am a little bit considering like the bomb that has bomb of information that happened
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna point at the bell and say, "Do you sell that?"
The bell?
Oh, yes. It was a joke. Sorry. I look at Cora and give her like a devilish grin.
I think I would be confused because I don't think I knew what I got.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I'm finding out about it. So I probably look confused, concerned, and maybe like a little unsettled as you're giving me that devilish expression.
Yeah. You've been playing with magic, sweetheart. A little bit entangled, are we?
A lot has happened. I have no answers for it, but it seems that is the case.
Are you all in here now, just so that I can understand? Okay. Stalker? Because you often will be like, no, by the way, I wasn't in there. Yeah. So I'm just double checking.
I do think that I was taking up the rear.
Yeah,
So
I
I was
figure.
probably behind her when she stopped, and I was just very confused as to what, because I can't hear maybe what's happening inside, and just waiting.
Okay. So then when
Stood
she
there for an extra-
yeah, so then when she finally moves and comes in, you're the last one in, holding up the rear. Can you do one more roll for me?
Yes.
Difficulty 30.
Is this my magic stat
Yes,
or
please.
physical? Okay.
Okay.
A failure.
68. Okay, no worries. You're the last one in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, it's fine. You're the last one in. The door shuts behind you. There's no more bell sound going off. So, what kind of spell do you need help with? Must be very serious for a group like you.
I wave Cora up.
I go up to the counter. Did I hear everything that was said while I was paralyzed?
It's a small shop. Just your body was paralyzed, nothing else.
Okay. Yes, I would walk up to her and probably think for a minute about what exactly we would be asking. And I'd say, well, the thing is, we don't really know what the spell is going to be. We are trying to figure out both the ingredients and the spell at the same time. We were hoping we might be able to find information as well that'll help us guide us in the right direction.
Okay, and what is this? A love spell? Is this help me get a job? What kind of spell are we talking?
We're trying to find something that is hidden and gain access to it.
Creating a door, if you will.
Creating a door.
We're finding it. A door we have left through, but we cannot go back in.
Interesting. Cora, will you roll me your magic stat, please? Difficulty 30.
Mm-hmm. 41.
Okay. Ooh. Roll again with the difficulty at 40.
Huh. A 1. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. The room darkens around you, Cora. So I was having you roll for 2 different things there. So the first one is to see if you notice something before it starts to happen. But because the second one is a 1, I'm just going to roll them in together. So you actually feel like Ishna rising up in curiosity and greeting, almost like ooh, what's this that we have here? And as soon as you feel him rising in within you, the whole shop changes around you. The sky outside kind of like darkens. It's almost like the shop has black curtains, like blackout curtains. And all of a sudden, all of the shelves change with different objects. It's not that it's just like you're seeing, and this is the term I use for stalker, so I'm going to use it here. It's like you're seeing another layer that you didn't realize was there, and the, opacity was just slid down, and now you can see what's really there, including who the actual shopkeep is.
A door, you say? Curious. Care to elaborate, share?
Oh my god. Okay.
Is that Leah?
At your service.
Narrator.
Huh?
Just to clarify, do I sense anything concerning about this shop?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could base a lot of stuff on just Ishna's reaction, but I think this would be such a startling change. I would be like, all right, we got to do a security check real quick.
Yeah. I think Ishna is very intrigued and excited, but I think you know him well enough to know that that's usually, if you're standing in front of a fucking viper, he'd be like, ooh, what's this?
Exactly.
So yeah, if you look behind you, there's no door anymore, though. You have walked into the viper's nest, which was your failed 41 there.
As I live in, you get the term of phrase anyway. My, it's been a long time since I've seen someone quite like yourselves. And it's such a number, too.
Oh.
Do go on.
Have you met people like us before?
People? Yeah. People like yourselves. A long, long time ago. I haven't seen someone quite like yourself. Ever.
And out of curiosity, when you met these people in the past, did they call themselves anything?
People. Well, person, maybe. It was quite some time ago. But baby, names have power. I can't just go ahead and call you something. Well, you got a case of mistaken identity. You came here for a spell, didn't you? To talk about the spell. Or we can talk about yourself.
Well, we came here for a lot of things. But as you say, names have power. So are we going to do business without introducing ourselves?
Well, I suppose. Where are my manners? My name's on the door. You can call me Sonny.
I'm freaking out.
Can anyone else see this, or is it just me?
I hope to God we can see this. I want to remark upon it.
Actually,
Did
I'm
I
gonna leave.
change it for the whole group?
I think so. With a 1, are you kidding me? Yeah, I think you
Okay.
just kind of. Yep.
However, I would like you all to roll magic for me as I flip my eyes between each and every one of you.
And you do have to listen to him, by the way. He's the narrator
scared.
right now. Yep. Mm-hmm.
What are we rolling?
Roll magic for me, baby.
What difficulty?
30 probably, I think. Either 30 or 35. It's up to Sunny.
35 will do just nicely.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well, that's about right.
Wow.
Just we all flex.
Not me.
Holy shit! For those listening, that was 35, 18, 19, 37. They're all so close to each other.
87 for me.
87.
Oh, boy.
As I introduce myself as Sonny, and my eyes flit between each and every one of y'all, even those who did succeed, you feel a bit of a dread fermenting inside of you, like you want to throw up. You're not too sure exactly where this feeling's from, then you remember the dawn, the morning sun. It's that same dread, that same existential fear you feel every single day coming out of my eyes. And for you, baby, who did fail, as I look at you, as my eyes and my gaze caresses your skin, you feel it flay. You feel as if your hand is out there in the morning sun peeling back. You look down at it though. I'm sure you do instinctively. You ain't sure why. The rest of y'all just feel queasy.
I retreat behind Cora and whisper, if he wants to play with fire, I suggest he finds another partner to dance with. And I rub my hand.
My apologies, baby. This place is far too tight for dancing. Now, what was your name, baby doll?
Not quite knowing what Moog was referring
You're
to.
muted, Mergs. But we could read your lips. I tell him anything.
I know. I was deliberately.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I was mouthing it. Tell him everything he wants to know.
I wouldn't know what Moog was commenting about, so I think I just kind of like situated myself like more fully in front of him and look at this shopkeeper and respond.
Careful, love.
You can call me Cora.
Oh, my. I think I will, Miss Cora. So tell me true. Do you have those... sorry if I'm being a bit rude here. It's been such a while, I'm not even sure if it's true. Can I see your mouth?
Sorry, I will mute my damn self.
You look to the corner of the room. There's a skull. You think you heard a come from it?
At this point, I think I'm more locked in to what's happening. Leading up to this point, I think I was like more going with the flow, like, oh, just a magic shop, we'll see what we find. But I think now in this interaction, I'm more locked on to what this person is, subtle changes in either them or the environment. So when they ask this, I would look them up and down and say, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Baby, what you see before you is enough, I think, today. Otherwise, I don't think I have it in me to clean up again. How about this? I pull out a bell and I ring it. By any chance, this is out of character. Have any of y'all watched television recently?
Sure.
10 seconds. My face is frozen in a smile looking at you, Miss Cora.
Am I paralyzed right now?
Ooh, you might just be. 20 seconds. You hear footsteps.
Where's it coming from?
Behind. Down the stairs. You see before you someone wearing a nightgown. Or is it a summer dress? I ain't too sure. She's clad in pearls. She's got this vacant stare on her right now as she walks towards you all. One of y'all gonna recognize this person. You've seen them on TV. They stare at you. Lift a leg, slam it down on a footstool, bring out a razor, and cut. She owes me, don't you worry. Who's thirsty?
Wait, did she cut herself?
She cuts herself in her thigh.
I don't trust it.
Into a little tin bowl. Any takers?
It seems to me, friend, you're working on antiquated knowledge. And I look very smugly, arms crossed.
You ain't thirsty. This lady is looking right at you, Moog, as you talk. It's clear that she's not in a stupor. She feels like almost as if her time is being wasted.
Don't look at me like that, love. I'm not the one wasting your time.
Very well, very well. You are dismissed. I ring
put
the
my
bell
finger
again.
in the bowl.
The bowl is there. It does indeed.
Then you smell it.
No, it smells just like blood from a femur. Not necessarily femoral. She's not gonna bleed out to death. Don't you worry. But it's her leg.
Yeah, I lick it off my finger. Yeah.
Oh, it is sweet, my dear. It is choice.
It's good.
It's a good vintage.
Delicious.
I'm sure.
What I say.
Leave the ball, darling. And I watch. No teeth? Nothing?
Nothing from me.
Oh, I do one.
Be still, my beating heart. So it is true. Well, anyway, since we have acquainted ourselves, should we say, this spell. What about it?
I think at this point, 20 seconds has probably passed, so am I not paralyzed anymore?
Oh yeah, you can talk, baby. I'm just jamming to my music.
We seek a lot and hope you are selling it.
Oh.
We're looking for ingredients as well as knowledge. But first, what currency do you take?
Oh, I am so glad you asked. I take it all, baby. I take it all. Well, do you have anything to barter with?
Before we left, I would have grabbed my bag and packed it with just random things I think would be useful. So I would kind of pat the bag with a hand and say, I brought things with me. It just depends on what you're looking for.
Oh, okay. Let me see what you got.
First, I want to know if you are actually selling what we're looking for.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Well, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 6 of y'all. I feel 7. What's that about?
You feel 7.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that 7th feel like?
Not quite like y'all. Small. Scared.
I think I can't stop myself, but I think my eyes quickly dart to Cora and then back.
Meanwhile, there's like a little quivering creature hiding in Gunner's coat.
As I'm sure you can tell, I'm a purveyor of things.
Anything you're looking for?
Oh, baby, I'm looking for it all. I'm looking for it all. Oh, but to have 6 of you in here. Another bottle. It's full of ashes. You know, this is all I have, really. I ain't never seen a tooth before.
You ain't never seen a tooth before.
Oh, no, a fang. You know.
Well, look, I think you could probably sell it pretty all right if you were missing one.
Oh, I'm sure. I ain't just never seen one whole. Had someone come by before. Real grim look on their face. Oh, it was so long ago. All they brought back was this little bottle. I lick my finger. stick it inside this jar. Put it to my mouth. Tastes like you smell. I think it's the real deal, but look at you so whole.
I imagine. Oh, go ahead, Moog.
No, I was just going to say I've retreated fully behind you.
Yeah. I imagine if you take all kinds of currency, that probably means you have all kinds of things to sell.
Aren't you perceptive?
Tell me, have you ever encountered an object that has taken up space in more than one place at the same time?
That I have. What you speak of.
I'm nervous, visibly nervous.
You stepped into my shop, didn't you?
Do you have any such items for sale?
For sale, for sale, for sale. My child. He was only in here because I'm so very curious about y'all being here today. Because of which I showed you me and I showed you my store. However, if you want to purchase something inside this place, first you have to play nice.
Aren't we?
Where's your seventh?
I glance at Gunnar. Maybe.
I think I like have a trembling hand, and I tremble this hand all the way to my coat again. And I open up the pocket or the breast and look at my also trembling friend. And then I look up to the shopkeeper.
Yeah, Hansel is definitely like wide-eyed and kind of shaking a little bit and holding on to you. So do you just open your coat and show it to the shop? I
just am checking on him. Well, I'm looking for myself, and I think I see that he's scared, and then I look up 100% at the shopkeeper, and I bare my teeth. I'm like,
oh, how cute.
Now, Gunner. Hold on. And I walk up to Gunner. I put down my sunglasses a little bit, give him a little wink. And then I reach my hand into his pocket. And then my hand comes out with the middle finger. Here's your seventh right here.
Did I or did I not see it, or did I just see you sneer there at me there for a second there, Gunner?
You could see it. I opened it up enough to see it, and I think at this point I'll even take him out.
How playful.
He's just
Is this who you mean?
fully attached to Gunnar and like trembling and holding onto his hand and like, all 8 of his fingers. I love how every time I describe him, he's got more or less fingers. All 8 of his fingers are just like grabbing onto you.
They fall off and grow, right? Every once in a while.
Yeah, it's just a weird homunculus stitched together creature is, grabbing onto you as best he can, but definitely trembling a little bit.
My. It seems you folk keep some rather quite dangerous company. How much for it?
He's not for sale. You asked who our seventh was. We showed you.
I see.
What are you willing to pay?
What am I willing to pay for one of Ophidio's? Ooh. As I breathe, almost with my breath, you notice to the side of the room there's what looks like a rectangular aquarium. Inside, floating, glowing with my breath, you see for the briefest moment several such homunculi, lifeless, floating, dead. I ain't never got to have one that still moved before.
Pretty valuable then.
I'll say. How about one of these? And I raise my hand. And then where a shadow in the corner behind me once was, you now see there is a pedestal, and on that pedestal is what looks like a paw, a monkey's paw. 3 fingers unfurled. You seen one of these before? A hand for a hand.
Sure. Well, not seen, but read about.
Right. Well, this one here is the real McCoy. Hard to come by. Harder still to verify.
So you're offering us 3 wishes that could go horribly wrong, that will most undoubtedly go horribly wrong, for a trusted companion.
Ooh, a trusted companion. Now that is curious. Why, you want more? You want a barter? You want a haggle?
I look at Cora. I don't know what you're talking about. Cross my arms. Eyes, I face just another direction, but my eyes can't help but focus right on you, Sonny.
Ooh, say my name again.
I would love to, Sonny.
Say my name again.
I think twice is quite enough, don't you?
Oh, I look at you and your skin bubbles.
Strike 2. Shopkeep.
All right, well, that's Ixnay there on the monkey's paw. Noted. I'll tell you what.
Do you have anything that you can actually help us with?
Well, you have not been so forthcoming with what you actually want. I have a lot of stuff here, which I could give you a moment to look around if you'd like.
I think that would be lovely.
All right then, I say, and roll a body stat for me. Roll a perception. Difficulty 40.
While that's happening, I just need you all to know the anxiety that I'm feeling right now while I feel like my children are standing in front of the scariest motherfucking thing, and I'm like, please, 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 please don't say his name 3 times. What are you doing? Like, please tell me that everything that I've taught you for the last 20 some odd episodes is here now, because I think the fucking DM I had to Meyer today was, you have free reign. Take their souls if you can. And I was like, do it. Go. Like, fucking do whatever you want. And now I'm sitting here like, what have I, oh my God. Oh.
I will add that the thought of saying his name 3 times crossed my mind just to see if we could kidnap him and make him a party member.
Are we all rolling or just the people searching?
That's up to
Anybody
him,
who wants to look
not me.
around can roll me a body stat search, difficulty 40.
I rolled a 24.
Roll a magic for me, difficulty 30. Come again now, baby. What you roll?
24.
89.
24.
52.
89, 52. Oh.
67.
Well, in that case, my store remains the same as it was for y'all. 27, right?
24.
24. Ooh, all right. 24. As you turn around and look around the store, you notice that on certain shelves that just kind of used to just have things on them, or perhaps they were too dark to see even with your beautiful eyesight, all of a sudden, things become a little bit more clear to you. You also become familiar or aware with the fact that above you, there's several paintings. A couple of them are covered. You, with your 24, you notice on one of those paintings, it's a very old, very angry, very ugly looking man. He's hunched over, bones broken in places. He looks older than no human should ever need to be. He looks bitter, foul. He's missing bits of his face. Syphilis done took it. But there it stays, up above, looking at you holding a wine glass, oblivious to his own oblivion. I follow your gaze and I say, "No, baby, you won't be needing one of those, don't you worry." Now, around you, so a 24, what did I put here for 24? All right, so roll me 1d6.
All right. Three.
3. What's our favorite number, narrator? All right, baby, you found, well, you see 3 things, each more interesting than the next. To the side, leaning against the wall by the shelves, you see what looks like a spear. It's gilded. Looks like bits were added to it after the fact. The blade itself is simple. A small rivulet of blood on it. And then by it, you see a display. In that display, you see several fine glasses, cups. Looking at it, you feel power coming out of that display. I done bound it with chains, cause, well, should you ask about it anyway? Then lastly, on a bookshelf, you feel a book calling to you. You ain't sure why. Who rolls second highest?
Second best?
Yes, second highest. Or best.
Second lowest.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Moog, it looked like.
I rolled the the magic stat for you, yeah.
Oh, Moo. Oh, the magic stat. What was that? What did you get?
I I got a 52 on that one.
52, not enough. I'm sorry. Although when you said my name, your tongue felt ashy. Who rolled the second lowest observation?
I think that was me. 67?
67. Things that tickle your fancy. Well, there's a jar that sparkles, looks like it's full of crushed glass. You do see herbs, assorted, dried, sage, mugwort, belladonna. You see a bottle labeled "One Step from Gold." It's full of black lead, heavy. Who rolled second? Who rolled third lowest?
Esteban.
And 89.
89. My dear, you only see one thing. You see an array of talismans on a shelf. Now, if you were ever a church-going fella, you might recognize some of them saints. All the while I'm looking at you, looking at my thing. You see I'm tip-tap tipping my fingers on my desk.
I'm just going to come in really quickly here to let you guys know that and I think you would feel this when you're looking at some of these items. When he said talisman, it's the same as Stalker's subtle knife. You get to use it in that way. It will, it's kind of like a mage's staff, these items that you can buy in here. They will give you buffs and increases when you're using your magic, but be careful because you get entangled to them. And the more you use them, the harder it gets. The better your buffs get when you're casting your spells, but the harder it gets for you to cast the spell without the talisman or resin or whatever the item is that you're using. But you're welcome to buy anything in here, and yes, you do get to keep it and use it in the game. So just so you know, mechanically.
I finish looking around me, and then I regard you again, Sunny.
Mm-hmm. Did you call me my name? What did you just? Are you telling me?
No,
that
I was
character?
that was out of character.
All right, just making sure.
Yeah, it's a good thing to make sure of. Yeah, I look at you and say, I'm curious what the interesting things need to be interesting enough for you. You have quite a collection. I can see that you have
quite
desire.
Indeed. Well, baby, everything's interesting to me, but anything catch your fancy?
I look back up at the painting. I don't suppose a story about how you came across that?
You want a story? Like I said, I don't think that's gonna be much use for you. However, you want a story? You gotta give me something first. Even a story is worth something. What's your story worth to you?
Huh. I am curious. Do you often, do you have any items that might help someone with healing?
Where?
Healing others.
Others? As I say that, I start drooling black ichor. Well, healing. The way y'all heal is a bit different from the way others do. The answer is twofold. You want to heal people? I take that that's Nick's nail on that story then, huh?
Well, I suppose I'm not very imaginative when it comes to what I could possibly pay you for your story, and you make a good point. What is the value of such a thing? I wouldn't want to give you something that's not worth it.
Tell me about it. Tell me about you. How'd you get them pretty things in your mouth?
I kind of look at everyone, take a deep breath, and out of character I say, in for a penny, out for a pound. Well, you see, I loved someone very much and then they died. And I became a well-caught rabbit. This gentleman found me in a bar, stinking with beer. Natürlich. I did not recognize him. He took me to his home, and he turned me, made me this. I bare my fangs for him.
Ooh. Can I have one? Do they grow back?
Do they grow back? Because I feel like in some lore they do.
I don't know if you know that here, though. Have you ever lost a fang? It's a fair question. I'll let you decide.
I don't think I have.
Are you willing to play a game for something to help heal your friends?
Oh, goodness.
I carry
I suppose
very potent stuff.
I suppose I would not look very nice with a big hole in my face, but dang it. I reach up into my mouth and I grab one of my fangs and I yank it out of my mouth.
Do you present it to me?
Yeah, I walk up to you and I do you have like a...
Roll for me, man in the shadows. Body.
What am I rolling?
Body 30.
Oh, 69.
Nice.
69.
Oh boy.
You reach out to try and grab this tooth from you, friend. If I wasn't in such a good mood, I'd have 2 fangs in my hand right now, but instead, I have her fang in my hand, and your index finger's broken. A deal's a deal. I turn around momentarily and I reach down. I open up one of my cubby holes and I take out a very peculiar item, I think. It's a vial, maybe about 2 fingers thick. No label. Clear. The substance is crimson, sanguine. It has, even in this dim light, it catches flecks of gold, auric. And I present it to her, and I say, I don't have many clients who need this sort of thing. But in your company, and I look to your mouth, and to your friend's finger, you might need it. I don't need to make a sale now, cause a deal's a deal. This here's virgin blood. Don't look at me like that. No, it's not just any old virgin blood. It ain't no 40-year-old so playing imaginary games with dice in their basement kind of blood. No. This is from a coven I have to deal with.
I fucking
step
quit.
forward.
You don't need me here. I'm just gonna peace out. Sorry, go ahead. Please continue.
I step forward and I gingerly take it from you. Politely, I would say. I would like to add politely.
You want the instructions?
Bitte.
Now, I wouldn't open it or drink it now. I don't know exactly what I'm dealing with, apparently. I say, looking to move. Rules have changed. What a waste of blood. However, should you drink that, well, let's say shit's potent. Otherwise, I feel it in you. Magic. Try it. Heal your friend's hand. Or try.
Okay. Do I... You said, like, you're not sure if I should drink it here, right?
Do not drink it.
Here, yeah, do not drink
it. That is something you do not want to do.
Got it, okay.
You might want to do it. Do not drink it. Do not open it.
Okay.
But it is in your possession, and that is enough.
Awesome. I hold it in my hand and I walk over to Stalker and I take your hand in mine.
I pull away. I want nothing to do with this.
Why is that?
I wish to know if you murdered the kindred in that jar.
I turn to the jar of ashes. Oh, baby. The long and short answer to that one there is no. Someone did sell me those ashes. 'cause I'm curious. I is as curious as I is old. I only seen one of your kind before. Once. A long, long time ago.
I would like to see if I can discover if this really weird person is lying somehow.
You may roll 20 or less.
All right. I think I would use body for this.
Body. I tell you what, you roll body for 20, that's body language. That's a different answer. If you roll mind or magic with 20 or less, I'll give you more. It's up to you.
I don't think that Stalker is used to using his mind or magic for something like this. He would be reading body language.
Very well.
Failure 88.
88. You're trying to read my body language. What can I say? I'm a lot. What do you think happens to you? Gazing upon me, looking at my eyes, looking at my body, looking at me for whatever I am. What's your forfeit? Big or small, you choose.
Big.
Big. Oh. Oh. I don't want to punish you for trying to gaze behind the veil now. I tell you what. I'll help and I'll hinder for 88. I don't know exactly how this system works. However, you're gonna take damage. You look at me, I look back at you, and I think you feel that bubbling sensation. Moments before dawn yet again, burning in you. It hurts. And it's visible. Your flesh undulates painfully. Who is this person? What is it? Why is it? I think in your mind, the only word that's going through your mind is why. And it dawns on you. I am very old. Very old.
Older than you. I'm just gonna come in and say that. Stalker. This is for Stalker, right?
That is right.
Yep, older than you for sure. Also, don't be nice, Meyer. Go for their throats. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, in that case, Stalker, one of your eyes bubbles bursts and pops. The lens trickles down your face and clatters to the floor, rolling into the corner.
I mean, it wasn't
exchange. In exchange.
I grab my face and hiss.
For your 88, I did say I've seen one of your kind before. Might have been the first, you don't know. feels like it might have been. Where was I? Oh, yeah. You want to help your friend, right?
Only if he wants it.
He seems like he might need it.
Stalker.
I'm like holding my face and crouched, staring at this creature.
Creature.
I bend down. I will not do it unless you want me to.
Yeah, I don't think he would stop you. But yeah, I don't think he would ask for it either. So.
Okay. It looks pretty bad, yeah. Like in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to scream because my window's open.
Yeah.
And they hear enough crazy stuff coming out of this apartment already. But yeah, I think
he'd be screaming. Okay.
I think he would initially probably scream a little bit, yeah.
Okay. I'm holding. Yes.
Will you roll for me, please? This is me trying to help you while he's trying to kill you.
Which one of us?
Difficulty 30. You.
Okay. Okay. My magic stat?
Yep.
(93)
Never
failure.
Ooh. Shucks.
Yeah, I feel like this place is already extremely magical, obviously. Like, I feel like the air is thick with it. I'm
This
holding
ain't Kansas.
I'm holding the item that I just got, the blood, and I'm going to crouch down in front of Stalker, and I don't want to heal him, but I would like to take away the pain that he's feeling so that he can like decide for himself, because the pain is what's keeping him from,
I see.
I see. So I don't want to like fully heal him, but I just want to like stop the pain so that he can, I don't know. Yeah.
So he can give you permission to heal him?
Yeah.
I see.
It's not like he's writhing on the ground. He screamed at first, and now he's holding his eye, and his other eye is focused on this thing, and he's like crouched down, like we're in a fight right now.
Yeah, he's not going to ask you for help, but he'll take it. Is how I took it. But
yeah,
I don't know if that's if that's explicit enough for Constantine.
Like initiation was just rolled. That is what is happening to him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll just come over and I will I'm holding this thing. I'm trying to remember the last time I healed. I feel uncomfortable doing what I normally do when I heal people, which is like doing an action that shows how well I know them, because we're in this place with this person and I don't want this person to learn anything about him from my actions.
You fucking figured it out. That was what I was trying to do when I came in to help you.
Yeah, okay.
And you failed, but you figured it out by yourself. And that is just the reminder that any one of you performing a spell in this shop is teaching him where your magic comes from, and that is something you can sell. By all means, cast the spell, but that's information you can sell.
Okay, hold on.
Or don't give him, because you are giving him information about how you cast magic and about Stalker in this moment. But his eye is missing, so you may want to help him out, and that's totally fine. And I'm stress eating. Don't judge me.
If you do start casting magic, you'll see my chest rises, but I make no sounds. But as you focus on that magic, all of y'all in the room, you hear a sound behind you.
I pause.
I'm sussing you out.
I pause and I turn to look at you and I say, I believe I paid for this.
You did indeed.
And I hold up the blood and then I say, so what will we get for what you're about to see from me?
Oh. How about insurance?
Well, insurance men don't often work clean. Insurance for what?
What if you fail?
Then you'll do it?
I might. If you agree.
How about I make it extra lovely for you and you answer my colleagues' questions? And I look at Cora.
How will you make it extra lovely for me?
I kneel down in front of Stalker and I'll put my hand out and place it over his hand that he's holding to his eye. I'll let you watch.
Oh, I had nothing doing today. I was gonna leave, close shop. I don't know, maybe go play bingo. This is a Sunday. All right.
And then I will attempt to heal him. This is where I'm hoping that the sort of talisman or the focus is going to kick in, because I'm still not willing to reveal anything about Stalker, but I'm willing to reveal only about me. And obviously I know that would not heal, that would historically not be as effective in healing, so this is where I'm kind of hoping that the focus item.
You've already healed Stalker once before, so you have
That's true.
what is called in Otherworld. Oh my God, this is so exciting! You have what we call residue, emotional residue. So you've already done this, so you do have some history with him. But right now, I need you to go ahead and roll a D100, please, for the entanglement table, because you are about to use this item as a talisman.
Yeah. 25.
Okay. I will look this up, but in the meantime, you can have a 10 shift on this roll for your healing for him, which will be well, hold on, let me just double check something. Sunny, are you allowing this in your shop, or are you trying to make it more difficult for her? Him,
my
sorry.
dear, I ain't evil. What gave you that impression?
I'm just asking, just double checking before I give her the difficulty, because you could
she's a valued customer.
Okay,
so of
all right, that's fair.
course, I was intending to do this. I was intending to give her a plus 20 shield.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, because
then
you
the
want to
next
see
time
it,
to
you
use
motherfucker. Okay, yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, all right, fine. Okay, well there you go.
Okay. So plus 20 then?
No. He was going to give you 20.
Oh, okay.
And I gave you 10. So you get a plus 30 shift on a 30 difficulty.
Oh.
So your difficulty is now 60.
Okay.
God damn it.
32.
Oh.
Ooh.
Holy shit.
So
yeah,
Narrator, roll for me 1d100.
Okay. This is fun. 72.
72. Boo-hoo. Never mind.
Okay. However, not never mind for me. So give me 1 second. I got to pull up your entanglement. Why don't you go ahead and describe what happens, and then I'll send you the entanglement here in a second.
sounds good.
Okay.
So I, my hand is over your hand, Stalker, and I look into the eye that you're currently, like your undamaged eye, the one that's trained on this being that we're speaking to. You're not looking at me, right? No. Okay. So, I look into your eye and I just think about how beautiful it is. All of the freckling, and the gradation through your iris, and even the blackness of your pupil, how it can reflect light, how it can reflect a face. I think about the fact that this is how your experience of life is perceived through this one small, fleshy orb that can be taken away. And I give it back to you.
Question. Are you saying that the eye that is on the ground comes back? Or are you saying a new eye appears?
I think you get a new eye.
Okay.
And then I will reach over and pick up the eye that's on the ground and hand it to you.
So for clarity, you don't pick up an eyeball, you pick up a lens. That eye didn't come out neat. It popped.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Follow-up question. And this is only because of the entanglement you got. And it's fucking sick as hell. And you rolled on a D100, and the odds of getting that are crazy low.
Oh my gosh, I have to read it.
But it feels like it's related to the eyeball. So I would love for both of you to roll a D100 real quick. Yeah,
Whoa.
right? Like, this game is fucking haunted as hell.
That's fucking haunted.
Yeah. So, Orcish, go ahead and roll me a D100, and then Constantine, Murgles, roll me another D100 real quick. Real quick. Somebody
76.
get doubles. Okay.
69.
Oh!
God.
Okay.
Because the second time I rolled 69 in a row.
I know. I was going to say that's the second time you've rolled that, right? I feel like
69 twice
okay,
in a row.
Here's what I'm thinking. With that 32, plus you've got Sunny helping you. You're So I'm thinking like you're casting this magic in this place. You're using your own magic. You're also using the blood as a talisman. You're casting inside Sunny's shop, and Sunny is helping you. I feel like Stalker gets something cool with this fucking eyeball that you've just given him, because you specifically said you give him a new eyeball. So what do you think this new eye can do that his old eye could not do?
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have to take it.
Yeah.
But what this started was me doing a perception check with physical ability.
Yeah.
Where I was trying to figure, like, read someone's body language.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea.
Yep.
I'm going to throw it out there.
Yep. Go for it.
It lets you parse the layers.
So I think that's a
Like,
great
see
idea,
it.
but this isn't
Yeah.
related to layers. What I think we should do, because you're a healer specifically, what I think we should do is this eye can no longer have what just fucking happened to it happen. It's protected from being taken or obscured or whatever. He can always still perceive with that eye, including in magical darkness.
It's
I think
his
that's fucking
third
sick.
eye.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yep. I think this eye can see through magical darkness, especially because that's tied to what has happened to you, Mergs. It's almost like equal trade, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
He's a regular TN.
I kind of
look like. Sorry, go on.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the eye.
Oh,
What
yeah.
does it look like?
Is it a different color?
No.
Okay, that's
But
fair.
it is
'Cause
a
you do know what his eyes look like.
Yeah, like I think I reconstructed it from the other one though, so I think it's a perfect replica of the other
Oh,
one.
that's so creepy. Okay, all right, perfect.
Yeah.
So you have two identical looking like fucking irises.
I have 2 left eyes.
2 left eyes. Yeah.
Very weird.
Yeah.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's super cool. Yeah.
I kind of wince and I kind of, like, what's the word that I literally can't think of right now?
Squint.
I squint.
I got you, BB girl.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm
Baby
gonna
girl.
yep, I'm gonna shut up and let him take over.
Then, after this happens, I lower my hand and open my eye for the first time, and I'm looking at Constantine, and then I look at this creature. Do they look any different?
Ooh. Well, I ain't gonna be mean to you, make you roll again. I'll just say.
Make me roll again. Do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, do it.
I dare you.
Yep. Well, I mean, you got to roll again. It's your new eye. You're using your eye. Go for it.
You can roll that eye.
With a shift. Like 5. So 35 difficulty. Unless he wants to be kind and give you 40.
I was gonna give 10 for the eye.
Okay. 40 it is. Go for it, bitch.
My question is this eye, is it an ability that I'm adding to my body, or is
It's
this
passive?
I was going to say it's passive. I would add it to your sheet just so that we know that you have it, but I don't think it takes up one of your special skill slots. I think it's just a cool thing that you've gotten, which is also technically how these magic items work. When you get these magic items, you don't have to put them fill up one of your slots with it. It's just a cool thing that you have. So essentially this eye, we're going to treat it like a magic item that you have.
Okay. A failure. 78.
I look the same to you.
How long, Mergs, do you think that this took for like the healing process and everything?
I think
You rolled a 32. It can be as quick as you want.
I think that you felt it come back. Like it wasn't just like, oh, suddenly the eye is back. I think you felt it form and grow, but I tried to do it as fast as possible so it wasn't like horrifying, like body horror levels of so maybe like a minute, 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah. All right, that's what I was thinking too. So you would see as time goes on, Stalker initially he is thinking we are about to fight, so he's very tense. He has a dagger. He has his dagger in his hand. He is watching the creature, and as the healing happens and as time goes on, he relaxes a little, removing his hand, focusing his new eye, looking at Constantine and then this creature. He then looks around the room and stands back up, straight backed again, and puts his dagger back in its sheath after he looks at the shopkeep for a moment. And then he's just sort of back to normal. Nods at Constantine.
I hope that was enough to secure some answers for my friend.
Enlightening. I'll give you one more. That painting up there. Reason why I said it won't work for you, because it won't work for you. Sometimes mortals find their way here, and it's the same old sing-song. Oh, I don't want to be old. Oh, I don't want to be sick. Well, and I shrug. It's just one way to solve it.
Out of character, I totally knew that was what was happening. And I was like, I want to know. I want confirmation.
We got a bit of Dorian Gray in here.
Yeah, exactly. I picked it up.
I thought when you fucking said you see a painting, I was like, is this about to be my worst fucking childhood story with the dot?
No.
God damn it. I was going to lose my fucking mind.
Well, I mean, not all the paintings are visible. Some of them do have tops on them for a reason, my dear.
Okay.
Now, where was we? Questions or buying? Or trading?
I will walk up to the counter.
Welcome to Sunnis. How can I help you?
Have you thought about it? What you will pay?
What I would pay.
For our seventh friend.
I am curious about your little friend. What did he do? How did he piss her off? It's most curious to me. I cast my gaze yet again at that tank full of all those little dead homunculi, and I look back to my friend looking at me and I say, Fleshcraft is so playful, don't you think?
I've been thinking about it. What is it worth?
What is it worth? Now, and I sniff again and again. It doesn't come from me. It's like the room itself is taking your essence in. All of y'all.
I'll take him out. And he's like in my hand. And my hand is resting on the counter. Kind of like showing you him.
Hey there, little fella.
What you see before you, Sunny, is a homunculus creature with far too many fingers that's been kind of stitched together. You recognize this handiwork. Teeth have been sewn into this creature, even though it has no mouth. It's just kind of like a fucked up gesture of like, oh, this is where your mouth would be if you could speak. And there is a very large owl eye kind of like in the hand socket so that it has an eye. And when it moves its, thumb and index finger, the teeth do move. So it can actually replicate a frown and a smile if it chooses to do so, but it cannot speak. But it is terrified of you, for sure. Oh, okay.
Oh, I know, and I'm familiar with Ophidion's handiwork.
That's true, you
are. I reach out, look at Gunnar, and say, may I?
I sort of take it back a little. Cross the counter towards myself. I have been thinking about what it's worth to sentence a creature to torture in pain forever. And the answer is nothing.
Now that is mighty curious. And I think for the first time in this conversation, my eyes flit from his homunculus to himself, and I say, is that compassion? Seems mighty problematic to have. How do you feel? What happens to him? Now, as for your topic of eternal damnation, suffering, stagnation, you'd have to ask your friend, what did he do? She don't do this to just anybody. May I? And I reach out again. As for pain, I'm not sure this one feels pain. Fleshcraft. When you bring someone who used to be so big down into something so small.
I'll pull it closer to myself again.
You gotta get rid of a few things.
I'm leaning in across the counter. Like your tank over there. There is a crypt in Bywater with a door that is closed. If you can get me and my friends through there, he is yours.
How curious. Can I appraise him?
Yeah, you can.
I reach out. This is up to Gunnar.
I let you, but I do not let go of him.
That's all right. Hey there, little one. I say. I reach out with my index finger and I run my finger down one of his now so ironic lifelines. And as I do, your little fella, your friend, starts to quiver. The teeth on this thing touch and rub in a laughter. Oh, he's ticklish. Now, The lady what done do this to your friend. We go way back. I ain't sure even I have it in my power to make him whole. You too close. You seem close.
His name is Hansel.
Cute. I tell you what, you got a door you can't get into? 6 big burly people like yourself can't knock down no door. I take it your door ain't just no normal door then, is it?
Doesn't appear to be any door at all. Sonny.
Ooh, say my name again.
Sonny.
Roll a mind for me as I say my name again. Roll a magic for me, or a mind. Either or, it's up to you.
Difficulty?
Or difficulty 30, honey.
I'm gonna fucking barf.
74.
74. You say Sonny a second time, your mouth, you taste ash. You smoke? Nah, you do. Something in your mind tells you you probably shouldn't say that name again. I mean, you went through a door. You want to get to someplace else, is that it? You ain't from here, I know that much for sure. You're very different from those from others around. I can help you with your door problem. I look back at your Hansel friend. Now, your friend there is a curiosity to me. It's alive and not dead like the other one she's disposed of. I was just curious as to why. She only does this to folk which done piss her off quite some. I have no need for no pets. Now, narrator, do I know anything about this door?
No, this is very surprising to you. However, you've never seen, you've never seen creatures like this before either.
No, I have not.
Yeah,
No, I have not.
I think you've heard rumors, like very rarely, and it was probably extremely expensive for you to buy this information.
Mm-hmm.
But there is rumor that there is some do possess, and occasionally, and I mean by occasionally, I mean like maybe once or twice in the entire time that you have existed. There have been rumors of people with the ability to travel between worlds, and that that may be what you're considering here, because their magic feels funny to you, tastes funny to you.
Everything smells.
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah, we're in a pocket right now. I'll give them that, the players. But it's different from where they're from. I'm curious how far those stories go. You watch me lightly slide past the counter, past Gunner, in between all y'all to the back of the room. The lies a mirror covered in a dusty tar. I wonder if this will work, actually. You see, this dusty thing I use sometimes helps to see what people desire the most. I'm curious. What do you see? Care to step up?
Oh, I'm feeling low again. They said I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Oh, I'm feeling low again. They said I owe to them. They don't wanna let it go. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know how to treat me, no. Giving every piece of my soul. You say you don't know.
Now, what is the object of your desire?